Everyone on this set has a girlfriend.
Wow.
Including Mike, baby.
Wow.
I can't believe it. Mike is locked down. He found a girl with a real name.
Wait, you want to start with
real name is crazy.
you want to start with this topic?
Well,
It just
Well, we haven't been able to start with any of the topics.
Yeah, I got a girl, dude. I do. I have a girlfriend. She's Latina. She's partially Cuban. The other part is Irish, and she also has a 4-letter name. Her name's Sarah, but with no H at the end of it. Been trying to stay away from H for some time now. She's a very nice girl, and the reason why we're bringing it up is because I wanted to ask you guys some questions. You know, relationships haven't always come very easy to me. I have a bit of a fear of commitment, phobia, if you will. I'm a avoidant resist. I'm a attachment avoidant, they say. And I wanted to ask you guys if you guys have ever dealt with any of that yourselves, because it's really not that small of a problem. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of men who have fears about a myriad of things.
39% of millennials aren't sure whether their current partner is the one for them. 15% of millennials wonder whether they would stumble across someone better than their current partner. So I see what you're saying. Are you a grass is greener type of guy? Like you're already looking beyond Sarah?
No, not on this one. But I also think that it's not always as simple as the idea that there could be better candidates. There's a bunch of other things that go into it. I wanted to connect with you on it. I don't know why. I feel like you might have some feedback on it, but people have all kinds of issues getting it. They have trust problems. They have fears of abandonment. They have issues that were left to them generationally or from their parents, from divorces, from sour relationships of the past. And so I think for someone like me who hasn't been in a healthy relationship in so long, I've had to go through a lot of, I've had to go through some like kind of early stuff here to try to get into a place where I'm like, it's a massive change of pace for me and a massive change to my life to get used to the idea that, yo, I'm going to text this person every day. Yo, I'm going to change the way I approach and talk to people of the opposite sex because of this person in all of my interactions moving forward. So it's been a little bit of a growth for me, but I wanted to see if you or your brother or Mac ever dealt with any struggles there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think also the profession you're in is a huge, huge part of it, and where you spend most of your time and the circles you're running in. You're not surrounded by people with good, healthy relationships. I can't name a single healthy relationship in Los Angeles City, County. So
we keep trying to name
if
people.
You have so look at the numbers that Logan read earlier, but add 100,000 followers and a blue check mark to those numbers, and I guarantee you they're going to be a lot fucking higher. Because the problem with our generation is that no one wants to sacrifice and no one wants to build. They want the easiest way out in everything, in every route. They think they deserve all of these things, and then people's egos are inflated because of social media. And as soon as anything starts going wrong, you're just like, I'm gonna go to these other 100 people that I see all the time and are put in front of us all the time,
and it ends up just being a waste of time. Like it's a futile effort. I mean,
you give up something good for something that you think might be a good idea.
One in the hand is worth more than two in the bush.
Exactly.
You know?
Weren't you just saying that your Discover page got cleaned up recently?
Yeah,
too?
now when I
Like
go on my Discover page, because I try not to tempt myself with the candies of the flesh.
That's good. That's good.
And so I started now when I go on my Discover page, it's all burgers, calzones, mozzarella sticks, Jake Paul.
What was it before?
Fat asses, bro. Fat asses, Canadian titties, bro, like all that type of shit. I made this list because I want to remind myself every day, yo, like when I start to feel that anxiety, because I also have really bad anxiety in general. And so I feel like it's like heightened a little bit by this new stage in my life. I wrote this girlfriend manifest. Good things about Sarah. She's patient with me being brain dead. She has a very mature attitude. She is a hot Latina. This one just says perfect, and then it has the cat emoji.
That could mean anything.
Great, great style. Streetwear times Havana Nights. She's focused on her future. She's tight with her mom, dad, and her hobby. She helps me with my house and makes my bed. She helps me talk more positively to myself. Like she doesn't let, if I ever say like, yo, fuck it, maybe I'll just go jump off a bridge. She tells me.
I say that to Yuta too.
And she tells you to not.
She says, Jake, don't even say that. Well, I can't live without you.
Oh.
That's so sweet. She has a dog and she can take care of it. 11 is that she doesn't snore. And 12 is that she likes to eat, drink, and have fun. And then I also included bad things about Sarah.
Oh, no. There's just one.
Hates all white bitches. That's it. I mean, I already said this a while back. It was going to be a problem with the Latina, bro. She just, dude.
But she just aesthetically, she looks white.
She might as well be. But she grew up in Miami and she's ESL. So she like spoke Spanish first. So like she like to her, she like is from Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't like, bro, I was at Fashion Week. I know you were there too. I want to talk about it. But like I'll be around a bunch of Latina chicks and she's like, oh yeah, go have fun, have a good time, hang out, do whatever you want. And then like this one white chick, bro, like I swear was probably looking at like the hot dog vendor behind me. And she comes up to me, she goes, who the fuck was she looking at? I was like, I don't know. Fucking what? I don't even know this chick, bro. And it turned into a whole thing. She was like, go talk to Cindy Prado or something. I was like, you want me to talk to Cindy Prado? She's like, oh, she's Cuban. That's why. So anyways, yeah, you know.
People are scared of commitment.
Yeah, that's kind of,
And
yeah.
you're kind of one of them. Maybe you're struggling.
But you're working on it.
But I see you getting so much better. But I would also look at like the person themselves. Like what else in their lives like aren't they committed to? If you can't make a commitment to yourself, then there's no way you can make a commitment to somebody else.
Do you mean like, and this is something I think about. I'm not like the most disciplined person like in life as a whole. And so I've been thinking about what you just said a lot lately. Like this seems like it has to be more of a holistic effort on my part to get disciplined about a lot of things in my life.
I don't think that's incorrect, but also how much of like relationship merging can be attributed to timing. Timing is so important
So
in people's
important,
lives.
dude.
I don't think that can be underestimated. Like, are you at a point in your life where you're willing to commit to this relationship? Because if it is feeling too much like work and it feels like you have to stay disciplined to be in that relationship, are you really ready for it?
Well, I think,
Like, are you talking about like improving yourself in order to like level up your game and be better for her?
yeah, and I'll answer both of these. I think sometimes you need a catalyst in your life to start to go through those motions. Like I remember Nina said it last night. She was like, you kind of have to like go through the fire a little bit. Like in order to start to ever be relationship ready, you have to get relationship ready. You have to start to go through those motions. It's not that it feels like work. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. That's it. Does that make sense? It's not
So-
like the easiest thing.
Because
to
it's
do.
so different from everything
To
you've done.
drastically 180 my whole
Also,
shit.
knowing your trauma and like all the shit you've been through, you're used to life being a lot of ups and downs. And so that's why you were attracted to these toxic relationships. You actually go after people who hurt you sometimes because that's what you're used to, whether it was your parents or you hurting yourself. So you're actually addicted to this cycle. And that's why people end up constantly in toxic relationships, because they're sometimes more fun and the highs are super high and the lows are super low. And so maybe you're just at this like base level and transitioning into a relationship that's like that, which is how they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which is how they're supposed
It's
to be.
uncomfortable.
But for you, it might be like weird. And I noticed that too with Yuta. It's like this perfectly level relationship. And sometimes I'm like, wait, something's supposed to be going wrong. And then it's just not.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's surprising for me too, as your brother, like watching you in this relationship. I remember like after a few months, I was like, you guys getting any fights yet? Or because the Jake in relationships that I know, you know, things could happen. They could flare up from both parties.
Yeah, exactly.
But it sounds like Yuta, and I can definitely speak like on this with me and Nina, is she activates the best part of you when it comes to companionship, which is how it should be, you know. And Mike's probably not used to that. He's used to, you know.
People making life harder
Yeah.
and making you feel insecure.
I like what you said though,
Yeah.
including himself though. You know, you self-inflict sometimes for sure.
No, absolutely. I do. That's the thing that's like, and by the way, the reason I brought this up today is I like to come up with topics that, as we always do, that are affecting our lives, but that are relatable to the audience, because this is a very important topic for a lot of people. People look at relationships as kind of like the basis point for happiness in this life. Like, do I have a partner? A lot of people look at it like that. And a lot of people struggle with the same demons that we're talking about, which is why I kind of brought it up today. I've always been a runner. Like, first sniff of a problem, I'm out. Sabotager, runner. And the question I've been asking her a lot is like, yo, are you sure you want to have to be patient? Like, this isn't about me. It's more about, it is about me so much that I'm like trying to turn on her and be like, yo, are you sure you want to be around and like wait
Deal with this
and deal with
madness.
this madness? And she's like, I really do. She's like, what? Like, you know what she said? She said, you are keenly aware of your issues, voicing them to me and taking steps to work on them. And she goes, and you're asking me if I would rather do this or go to the 99% of the people out there who lie to themselves on a daily basis. And I was like, wow, that was a fucking mature ass statement. And she also added, plus you have a big heart, and you're not going to do something to hurt me. You might be flaky. You might say, yo, I'm feeling anxious today, but those are the things I can deal with. So
I would say to the viewers watching, like, take a hard look internally. And if you wouldn't date yourself, knowing all the like bad things that you do behind closed doors, maybe in relationships, or if you are, you know, cheating or looking at these people, if you wouldn't date you, then you have a lot to work on before you're going to be able to be in a relationship that actually works, because all of those things are going to come out.
Hey guys, if you like that clip, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more zany clips, click the video right here.